Hello, my fellow limitless HBICs. How you doing on this lovely morning, afternoon, evening? It's early evening. The sun's going down, so I know the lighting sucks. And I've been sweating my tits off, so I'm just a mess. I didn't have a lot of makeup on today, though, so I'm just naturally a mess. Anyways, if you need help figuring out what's going on between you and your manifestation, please feel free to email me at manifestingwithkimberly@gmail.com. All of my coaching options are in the drop box below and on the screens that just went by. Okay? I do have a channel membership. If you need some more zhuzhing other than my normal lives, please join my channel membership. We have an excellent group. Okay? We have an excellent group that now intermingles with each other during the week from my community page. You know, it's zhuzhing when needed. We just don't discuss old stories during our membership lives. No old stories. I go live most Wednesdays. I do go live more frequently over here on YouTube because I'm obsessed with it and I love it and I love going live. I love it. I love talking law of assumption 24/7. It's like I zhuzh myself with my own talk. I have TikTok. I have whatever else. Instagram. All right. Shut up, Kim. Let's get to work. So this is going to be the Super Chats from May 25th, I believe. Yes. And I'm going to pick up with Mr. Forte. Gonna read his Super Chat. I asked him to go on to the membership community post and give me a few more details. And he's already done that and I've already read it. So his Super Chat is, Kim, I had movement, and even though she was saying all I wanted to hear, I pushed the 3D, and she said she didn't want to be with me ever and threatened a block. Okay. I did go read his post, got some background, and so I feel pretty confident in the way I'm about to respond to this. Here's the thing. Number one, Mr. Forte, you are being too hard on yourself. When it comes to the law of assumption, yes, the idea is we should acknowledge that it is our dominant thoughts that create or that manifest. And we are manifesting from a state of consciousness, okay? And yes, when we are new to this, that is the stage or the time where we acknowledge that throughout our life, we can now see. Yeah, we can now see how our dominant thoughts from our dominant state have produced the things that are in our 3D, good or bad. And Mr. Forte, I can happily say you are definitely acknowledging and you are definitely accepting that which you've manifested in your current circumstances. But you are being too damn hard on yourself, and I see it in the way you describe your story. You're, I think, punching your own self in the gut over how you handled the relationship in the past. And I'm not going to give away all the details of your circumstances, but the ones I am sharing will be enough to still be helpful to somebody else. So I'm just saying that there's a reason why I'm not naming everything in your scenario. So you're being too hard on yourself. The fact that you've acknowledged that maybe you weren't the greatest boyfriend in the past, and maybe you felt, you know, you had some obligations with your other scenario. Listen, understandable. You've already acknowledged and accepted that you created it. Now that's it. Now that's it. The guilt and the remorse that you are feeling for the scenario gotta go. No more beating yourself up. And that goes for anybody. Just because maybe you didn't make all the right choices in your relationship while you're manifesting an ex back, maybe you did do something stupid in the relationship, maybe you're the one who didn't act interested in the past. Who knows? Who cares? That's done. That's over. You've acknowledged that it was your thinking that created that scenario. Great. That's all I need you to do. I do not need or want you to continue beating yourself up. Okay? Because that's 90% of why she's showing up the way she is right now. Because you are too hard on yourself, period. Now, for the going forward, no matter what she said to you in this right now, or the threatening of being blocked, whether she's already done it since this live stream or not, doesn't matter, honey. She doesn't have free will. She is showing up, and perfectly, she's showing up perfectly reflecting you. She is reflecting everything that is going on inside of you right now. And Mr. Forte, You are tough on yourself. You got to loosen the grips just a little bit. She will always show up reflecting you. So the minute that you start to really turn inward, and by inward, I mean paying attention to the state of mind you're in, the state of consciousness, meaning if your thoughts are the opposite of what you want to manifest, we got to switch that. Don't put pressure on yourself to shift your state. Your manifestation game will get you there along with your mental diet. Stay on your manifestation game. I know it's not easy to ignore or put off what someone says to us in the 3D, especially when it's something scary, meaning like the fear of them totally rejecting us or abandoning us or not choosing us. I know it doesn't feel good when it's in your face in the 3D, but it is absolutely nothing more than the reflection of what's going on. So you notice I keep repeating that is because I want you to hear it. You know that inside somewhere you're feeling regretful for how the relationship was handled in the past by you when you were in your prior circumstances. Okay, stop beating yourself up. We don't have to create any more situations like that. We don't have to create circumstances like that anymore. Forgive yourself. Let it go. I know that's easier said than done. Worst case scenario, if you're really struggling to drop the old story. And the reason why I'm really pressuring you on that is because it is your memory, the old story that you're hanging on to from the past between you two. It is because I feel you are so strongly reminding yourself of that and wishing that you could go back and change how you behaved or whatnot. You're regretting it, and you're regretting it too much. You're regretting it enough to where we are recreating more circumstances based off that thinking. So I'm telling you, it's time to forgive yourself. And if you're struggling to do that, let's revise the past if necessary. But I don't think you need to revise everything. I just think you need to listen to me and let it go. Not the manifestation of her. I'm saying the letting go of you beating yourself up for the past. It's time to let it go. The sooner you let it go, the quicker she's going to let it go completely. Stay on your manifestation game. She will conform. She will keep coming. This woman is in love with you. She's not going anywhere. That's why she hasn't shut you out completely. And that's talking from the non-law of assumption side. She loves you, Mr. Forte. She's not going anywhere. Bringing the law back, honey, she's reflecting you. Her hot and cold is a direct reflection of your hot and cold. Stay out of the 3D, meaning no more driving down 8 minutes down the road or wherever it is that other person lives. No more. Try your best not to. I know that probably hurt you seeing the vehicle there, but this is just manifestation of somebody's shitty thoughts. Stay more persistent in your new story of what you want to experience with her. Keep your focus there. Don't lose heart when we see things in the 3D that don't match up to your manifestation. And I'm telling you, they will fade away. That entire scenario will fade away and she will be back at 100%. Let go of the guilt and the remorse from the past. You didn't do anything that big. Not in my opinion. Not enough to keep torturing yourself with it. Okay? All right. Next is Paquita. Thank you very much. I love saying your name. I hope I'm saying it correctly. Pointers on how to respond or interact with SPs when getting movement. My fear is that my responses will be the old me or trigger old self behavior. Okay. Well, I understand. You know, you'd be surprised at how many people are nervous when their SPs come back in the picture for the same damn thing. And this is what I'm going to tell you. You know your mind. You know your mind better than anything else. And when SP is showing up and your mind starts going into a direction that says, I'm not going to be able to keep this manifestation. This person's acting differently. I think I'm going to lose my manifestation again. I think they're going to mistreat me. They're going to leave me. Okay. We know we're going into an old story and we need to shift our focus. It's as simple as that. How about we start affirming, if you're an affirmer, that no, you're always on your game. You're always in the right state. It is so easy for you to stay in the state of the woman who has it all. How about affirming things like my self-concept is amazing. Amazing. I'm never in my old story. I'm only living in my new story. Start affirming things like that. My negative, fearful thoughts don't manifest. I never have to worry about anything because only my dominant good thoughts manifest. You have the ability to create any assumption or belief you want. Anyone you want. So your negative, fearful thoughts don't manifest. I'm never stuck in my old story. I never have to worry about acting triggered. I'm not going to mess anything up because I can't mess it up because it's my reality. I'm in charge of it and I'm going to be just fine because I'm always getting what I want. There's nothing to fear. I understand why just the thought of you acting your old way or being triggered is something that's on your mind. And I love that. And that's because you are acknowledging and accepting that your thoughts create. And that's awesome. Awesome. But it's not for you to start beating yourself up or be so hard on yourself. You can't fuck this up. You can't fuck this up. You have a day where you're triggered and you emotionally react. That's okay. We can fix it. We can revise it. You're the God of your reality. Spend a little time focusing on that a little bit more. Really, really saturating your mind with the fact that you are so aware of who you are. He doesn't have free will. He's going to get over anything if you were to slip up. There's nothing to fear. Not while we're manifesting. There's nothing to fear. Okay? Andy G, though this was a continuation of her original question that was discussing how for people to take her more seriously. So this is what she's talking about and why it might sound like she's just jumping in with different information. It's because she asked me a question earlier. So Andy G, thank you very much. I'm friendly, but kind of seems people find me boring. I get ignored often. I'm not being considered as I wish. And I've seen some people laugh at me for no reason. Okay, Andy. Andy G, I have more than one Andy on my channel, and one of these Andys I've coached with. So if it's you, hi Andy, and oh, I don't like that you feel this way. Well, I don't like for anybody to feel this way, but Andy, you're not boring. You are lovely. Okay, number one. If you're the Andy I talk to, I know for a fact you are lovely and interesting to talk to. But if this is not that Andy, that's okay. You need to tell yourself that you're fucking amazing. You light up the room when you walk in. Everybody's eyes are on you because you are beautiful. Everyone wants to be your friend. Everyone wants to hang around with you. Everyone treats you with love and respect. The only attention you receive is love and affection or new friendship, whatever it is you're trying to manifest. Everyone takes you seriously. Everyone is considerate of your feelings. Start speaking like that. Andy, you are the God of your reality. If the word God, it doesn't resonate with you. It didn't with me when I first started my journey either. That's why I know it's okay. Then call yourself the sole creator of your reality, the source of your reality. I'm thinking perhaps maybe growing up, if you weren't bullied, then perhaps you were maybe a shy kid in the corner. This is coming from somewhere. Let me say it like that. And it is the reoccurring either thought that people aren't taking you seriously or inner belief and assumption. There's an inner belief or assumption where you do not feel good enough. Good enough. And it only takes a few rounds of being bullied to come away with some kind of existing shitty assumptions, which we can change. But I think you're tough on yourself too. I'm friendly, but kind of seems people find me boring. You are not boring. Stop. See, that is your own inner fear. We've had this come up on my channel before. How about affirming it's easy for you to make friends? Everyone wants to be your friend. Everyone enjoys your friendship. People feel lucky to just get to talk to you. No one mistreats you. You are always treated with kindness, love, respect. That's where I would be focusing. But let's pay attention to where your mind is actually going, because I'd like to know how often you're feeling inferior. I'm telling you, I'm just very curious if you experienced some bullying in your early years. And if so, I want to slap those bullies. But if so, that could be why you have lingering assumptions. So let's take a look at your thoughts throughout your day and the state you're maintaining, and we can go from there. And you don't have to buy super chats for us to have this conversation again. Just show up at the live stream and I'll keep my eye out for you. Okay? But let's start with the few affirmations that I just gave you. If affirming is what you do. If you're a visualizer, visualize yourself lighting up the room when you walk up. How all these people want to fucking talk to you because you're so damn popular. Everyone treats you with love, kindness, and respect. Okay? Editing Kim here. Looks like I almost missed Super Chat. Good thing that when I record these videos, I grow back. I go back and check that I got all the Super Chats for that date. So I did miss one, and it was from Meow Meow. There's 2 Meow Meows on this channel. So this is Meow Meow number 2. We already have a Meow Meow number 1. She's been with me for a very long time and very, very special to me. Not to say that you're not Meow Meow number 2. Not to say that. I'm just saying that one I know, and I have a face for the name, and I don't have a face for you. For you. So listen, if you watched my live stream yesterday, which was the 29th, I was struggling to talk. I'm struggling again today, but let me answer yours quickly. Hi, I love you and your vids. I love you too. May need a zhuzh or just something. I keep rolling in my head. 2 weeks ago, ex, 1 month ago breakup, told me I catfish him with weight. I gained 50 pounds, but said just wrong time for us. Okay. I'm going to give you law of assumption advice. Absolutely. But I would love to personally, verbally destroy your SP for saying that you catfished him because you gained 50 pounds. Arrogant prick. However, I won't. Because in that moment, he was reflecting probably your own insecurities around the weight gain. But don't you dare beat yourself up for putting on weight. You understand me? Don't you dare. May I never meet him in person. That's all I'm going to say. Okay? Because I will verbally destroy him for that. I don't care if it was a reflection of your inner beliefs and assumptions. I will destroy him. As a woman who has struggled with weight my entire life, I am sure that hurt your feelings very much. And I am sorry that happened. Very, very sorry. Very, very sorry. Ooh, would I love to say something to him. But anyway, okay. Clearly, specific people are always our reflection, right? They're always our reflection. So his twat ass was reflecting your own probable insecurities around the weight gain, which so damn what? You can manifest weight loss, honey. I manifested losing 80 pounds. Okay? You can do it. If you want. If not, then you just fucking accept yourself and tell yourself you're beautiful now. So we can get rid of the insecure feeling, the belief, the assumption, so that it doesn't keep getting reflected back to you. Okay? So, yeah, that was really shitty of him to say. Okay? You might, let me say it like this. Because I'm sure that really hurt your feelings. I'm sure it's on your mind. I am sure you have replayed that in your mind so many times as someone who can relate. I want you to revise it. I want you to revise it because I want it out of your own mind. I want you to not hear such a shitty thing over and over in your mind. So why don't we revise that he ever even said that, okay? And oh my God, he's such a jerk. Oh God, he's such a jerk. Oh, I probably should have read your question before I just started recording because I want to slap him. I want to slap him. We can get him to even change though. So work on your own inner beliefs and assumptions around love and relationships and around your own personal self-love. Knowing you're fucking beautiful, whether you weigh 10,000 pounds or whatever your dream weight is. You're beautiful no matter what anybody says. Oh, the mother bear in me needs to shut up. Oh Lord, I am sorry. You have no idea. When I hear that people have been mean to my HBICs, the anger, it's like you were mean to my kid. I'm very mother bearish, and I know that can be... Shut up, Kim. I'm so sorry. Just please, with affirmations, if that's what you do as affirm or script, or visualize yourself being exactly the version of yourself you prefer, no matter what that is to you. If it's with weight loss, without weight loss. But either way, the visual should be of you having an amazing self-concept and you're feeling wonderful about you and life. And you know that because you're the sole creator of your reality, that you could be, do, and have whatever the fuck you want. And you can have the good version of him. You can. But even though, you know, there was a breakup, so what? And we're calling that a solo vacation, honey. That's a solo vacation. Breakup's a dirty word over on my channel. We don't like breakup because there is no such thing, right? We're solo vacations, meaning we're having some quiet time. We're not in separation because we're all connected. It's quiet time. That's all. Solo vacation with quiet time. So it doesn't matter. You honestly, you have the option to go revise the moment that he broke up with you. You can go back to that moment, revise it as if it didn't happen. Yes? And I know some people get confused with revision. I have to get my revision thingy done so we can have the workshop. It's not out the door. It's just not done. It will be. I was hoping it'd be done in the month of May. For God's sake, I've only been talking about it 75,000 years, but you revise a breakup by going back to the very moment and rewriting that instead of breaking up with you, perhaps, you know, that's when he told you, oh my God, I want to marry you. Like, let's make plans to get married, baby. Whatever resonates with you. You reread it multiple times a day for a minimum a week. You're going to check in with yourself in a week. And if the old original story is still dominant, you're going to keep reading it until the new revised story is dominant in your mind. By dominant, I mean coming up first. I know when people ask me about revising breakups, they get confused because they think, well, I can revise it, but it doesn't mean I'm not waking up tomorrow and we're back together. Well, okay. Whatever, saucy pants. It's just, listen, hey, don't rule out quantum jumping, honey. You could wake up in the reality where you're back together, but regardless, you're revising the memory. You're revising the memory so that your subconscious will begin projecting out, recalibrating your 3D in order to change that memory. So if you never broke up, then a series of incidents will happen to get rid of the original memory. See what I'm saying? So like a bridge of incidents will take place in order to reconnect you two. Okay? So I think revision is going to be your friend right now. I want you to revise the moment he said anything shitty to you about your weight. And then I want you to revise the breakup. That's my best advice. That's what I think you should do. And don't give up on it. I know some people give up on damn revision. You gotta think revision is just affirming backwards. Most of us humans are so attached to our human time, meaning past, present, future. We're attached to it because we live by that, right? But there is no time. There's only ever the present moment, the moment you're in right now. It's only ever that. So that is how we have, what is this? For God's sakes, Kimberly. I was cleaning, okay? We only ever have this moment. That is how we have the ability to go back in time to that memory, okay? It's like affirming in the opposite direction. Instead of affirming for your future, you're affirming for the past so that the snowball effect of what happened will take care of itself. See what I'm saying? So that's what I would do. And listen, you work on your self-concept. You are beautiful. Everyone thinks you're beautiful. Everyone tells you you're beautiful. You're beautiful inside and out. You are loved unconditionally. Any person would be like living in the land of luxury to have a girl like you on their arm, okay? That's how I want you to talk to yourself every day. No more thinking shitty about yourself because, listen, that is part of the reason why I reflected out. It is. We are the sole cause for what we experience in our 3D. And by sole cause, I never mean that from the perspective of beating yourself up because something shitty manifested. No, it just means the people in our reality that we're intermingling with are always reflecting us and what's going on within us. So, but if we have that power for them to show up and saying something totally fucking shitty and scumbaggery, you have the same power to change that person and get them to show up right. But the change comes within first. Okay, sweetie? Don't you take that to heart. Don't you beat yourself up for that. I'm telling you right now, I may not know exactly what you look like because I don't have a picture around your name, but I have a feeling you are probably knocked out. Drop dead gorgeous bitch. Okay? Don't listen to that dumbass. We'll get rid of that version of him. Okay? Onwards to the video. Helen, thank you very much. Thank you for all you do, Kim. Thank you again for today. I already feel better. Love you and all the Hbic's, my new friends. Helen, I fucking love you. I'm glad that that live stream made you feel better. I'm glad I was able to help make you feel better. And yes, we have an amazing group here. An amazing group. And we all help each other out. And I freaking love it. And I'm very, very grateful for it. And I thoroughly enjoy you, Helen. And yes, we are all friends in the manifestation world. I'm so glad you're here, and I'm so glad to have you in my channel membership. It has been lovely getting to know you. Okay? Lovely. And you didn't have to buy me a super chat, so thank you. But thank you. Violet Skies, thank you very much. How do you tell if it's your self-concept or beliefs about the person? Also, if I'm affirming I'm now living in my dream life, does that mean I can't think of anything that would suggest I don't have a dream life? Okay. So how do you tell if it's your self-concept or beliefs about the person? Well, first of all, when it's a belief or an assumption, let's say we're not talking about the person right now. So it would be your beliefs or assumptions around love and relationships itself. So if you're having a hard time deciding, it's from that. It's from one of those assumptions. You would take a look at your previous relationships and look for a pattern that is similar to your current relationship. I feel that is the easiest way to do it. Also, you can tell by when you affirm for things in a relationship, not necessarily specific to that person, but in love in general. A lot of times when we are having issues with specific people, it does roll back down to our self-concept. Concept of self usually does. However, once some have gone on their self-concept journey and things are still not changing in the 3D, that's when I say, okay, listen, have you looked at the assumptions you're holding of your person? So for example, if your specific person is, religiously doing something that does not bring you joy, and you and I have had this conversation before, and plus I've seen your other comments. So I kind of have an idea of what you're discussing. With your specific person, if they have an existing pattern in a certain subject area that it's over and over and over and over again, chances are there's a very, very good chance that you have an assumption about this person, an expectation for them to, fail or do something to hurt your feelings or, choose something else over you. Chances are you probably have a heavy assumption, especially if it's been a long-term relationship, about specifically that person. So the way I look at it is do a double punch, meaning you're affirming for both. For both. So you're covered, the way I look at it. So as far as saying, if it's specifically about your person, well, let's not wait to find out. Let's decide now. When you affirm, that they're head over heels in love with you and anything else that you're wanting to experience in that relationship, when you're affirming it and your ego is instantly giving you, the opposite thought or all the reasons why you can't have it or why that person won't change, time to start making affirmations for that, for what your ego is telling you. And for self-concept, usually when SPs are showing up, choosing things other than you and the relationship, usually there's an underlying feeling of not being good enough and not feeling chosen, or even abandonment can cause some type of shit behavior from our specific people. So be affirming for them. Be affirming for, do you see how I'm saying for both? Work with the self-concept as far as those obvious areas, and then work on any possible beliefs we have about the person. Do both. Let's say this. If we would have had like a one-on-one together and we had more time I could dig in your mind, it would be easier for me to grab it and tell you where it's coming from, self-concept or about your person. It's harder to do it through comments. But the way I look at it, doesn't matter. You know, and you hear what your ego is feeding you for all the reasons why you shouldn't keep manifesting this person. Whatever those answers are, whatever your ego is feeding. It's almost like pay attention all day long. What is your ego saying to you? What are all the reasons why you should give up on this SP? Or you're never going to have this SP? Or why this SP is never going to change? Write them down for a day. Don't worry, we're not going to keep writing bad things. But it's a way to kind of see, oh, holy shit, look where my mind goes, right? Find yourself having inner arguments. I know that's one thing I used to do, is find myself constantly sitting in inner arguments. Pay attention for a couple of days and make note of the type of thoughts that are coming up that are against your manifestation, and we can figure it out from there. I hope that makes sense. And as far as you affirming that you're now living your dream life, it's normal to start getting opposite thoughts. It is normal. Don't panic. I don't expect anyone to flip their every single negative thought. It's impossible. It's impossible. But the ones that are obviously in the moment jarring you, upsetting you, we want to redirect. And also, you know that when you're having consistent negative thoughts, you know you're probably in, we'll say, a victim state, and we'll want to work on shifting our state. We shift our state by realigning our connection to our God source, the source within us. Realizing your power is more of what I mean. Realizing your power, knowing that you're the soul creator, and that because you're the soul creator, that there is nothing to be afraid of anymore. There's nothing to fear. Every manifestation is absolutely within your grasps. You will be denied nothing. It's that type of like knowing feeling. No, you're not expected to feel that way all the damn time. It's normal to fall out of the state. But the idea is to practice getting ourselves back there as often as possible, because the longer we maintain that state, the quicker our dwelling state changes, which is our dominant state, and therefore manifestations start flowing in. So don't beat yourself up because you're hearing some negative thoughts when you're affirming about your dream life. It's normal. Keep persisting. Don't give up. Okay? Nico Convert, thank you very much. How to make sure I'm not a hot mess express. I love it when they use my phrases. Thank you. Hot mess express with SP. I feel that is what prevented me from being officially with SP. Also, affirming a past, is it like revision in a way? How to see, not recognize SP. All right, so how to make sure I am not a hot mess express with SP. I feel that is what is preventing me from officially with SP. So, well, listen, if you know that once you are actually around and in the same company as your specific person, you know your own behaviors. You know if you're starting to go and become a hot mess express with constantly reacting to everything he's saying or not saying or doing or not doing. Sometimes we got to reel it in. Although this is a channel that believes in boundaries, whether any other channel does or not, you're allowed to set boundaries. We don't have to accept bad behavior from others, right? But think about what you're doing. Think about before you start reacting to everything. Think about it for a sec. Is this worth fighting for? Is this a moment where I am in fully realizing how I created this, how I manifested this? Is it worth arguing with him over, or more going back into my head and maybe instantly revising on the spot if he said something I didn't like? It's a choice. We all know our own behaviors, and we all know when we're on the verge of getting heavily emotional. Sometimes it's worth it letting it out to the person in the moment. It's, you know, it's all individual. I don't want to say never do it. That's not, I don't want to lie and expect you to be in perfect mode at all times and you can never react. That's bullshit, and it's never going to happen. But we do have some control over, listen, let me say it like this. Every time I've fucking overreacted to the 3D and knew I shouldn't, I know right as I'm doing it that I shouldn't do it. Do you see what I'm saying? So we know, and you know too. So don't be so hard on yourself. Not to mention, say you do overreact. So what? Revise, we'll fix it. No biggie, right? It's no biggie. Anything can be revised. Also, affirming in past. Is it like revision? As far as affirming in past, I'm not sure what you mean. Do you mean past tense? And I only script affirm in present or past tense. I rarely script in future tense. I'm not sure that if that's what you're asking me. Any tense is fine. Also affirming in past isn't like revision in a way. Like how to see not recognizing people. Nico. Yes, you can go back and revise the moment that you didn't recognize your SP. Why are you still marinating on that? Would you think I was going to forget? Yeah, I'm one of the creators that remembers most of the usernames and their scenarios. So Nico, did you think I was going to forget? Are you still marinating on the one time you didn't recognize your SP? It's time to revise that because you're dragging that along with you. You are too hard on yourself. That's got to go. It's got to go. Revise it. And then let it freaking go. Your SP and your SP manifestation has not failed because one time you didn't recognize that person. No! Stop it! Revise it. Go back to that moment, rewrite that you did recognize them, and then you guys were hot, sexy, sassy together for the rest of the night. And then never talk about it again. Okay. Alicia McLemore, thank you very... Oh, I sent my question first by accident. I don't know what you mean. Oh, dear. I don't know what you mean, Alicia. I'm wondering if you sent your... You mean you put the comment in and then paid. All right. Well, I might come back to you, so hang on. Summer Fitters, thank you very much. Thank you for the unboxing and giving Poops on screen. She better kill that toy. Go, Poops. Enjoy everything, Kim. Love you, soul sister. I absolutely love you too, Summer. I 100 million trillion % absolutely appreciated the fact that you fucking spoiled me for my birthday. You sent me way too much. You sent Poop too much. You already know at the time of this recording that she already did destroy. She destroyed that on fucking camera, so you know it's gone. Well, no, there's remnants of it. She's still carrying the body around. I wonder if she's got it out right now. No, she's laying on it. She's laying on the remnants of the body. She's not ready for me to throw it out on her yet. So thank you, Summer. Cherry Blossom, thank you very much. But anytime there's crap going down... Did you send me something ahead of time that you're... Cherry Blossom? I don't... Okay, Cherry Blossom... I'm not recognizing your, as if you asked me something. All right. Maybe who knows? Cherry Blossom, thank you very much. But anytime there's crap going down in the 3D, people say it's the old thoughts playing out and that the 3D is delayed. And that's why I'm so scared. Cherry Blossom, why do I feel like you asked me a question during the live stream chat? Now I already answered you and now you're asking me this. All right, so whenever people say that crap is going down, that it's just old thoughts playing out and the 3D is delayed, why are you scared of that? I don't remember why you're so scared of that. Why is that a bad thing? It's going to stop. That you were in fear of your negative thoughts, I think. All right, listen. When circumstances are evidence in the 3D, we usually can go backwards and figure out the when we thought the thought, or B, we recognize the belief and the assumption, okay? And when I say we recognize the belief and assumption, it's because you can also acknowledge that you were previously marinating in shit. Maybe not specifically the thought, but you were marinating in a shitty mental diet. Let's word it like that. And so we're recognizing that it's coming from an assumption or a belief that you have not worked on or not worked on enough. But that doesn't mean going forward, you can't be affirming that your negative, fearful thoughts don't create. You can create that belief as well. And therefore, guess what happens? Your fear and resistance around negative thoughts lowers, and therefore they don't come up as often, and therefore it means your negative, fearful thoughts are not dominant, and therefore they don't create. Hence why you can affirm for that. So just affirm for that. Don't live in fear of the 3D because at one time you had some negative marinating. So what? Don't be so hard on yourself. You don't have to live in fear. Don't be so hard on yourself. Don't be in fear of the 3D. The 3D is old news. It's an illusion. It doesn't matter. There's nothing to be afraid of. Get on affirming that your negative, fearful thoughts don't create. Get on that now. Get on it now. Because it's like you're fearing something that hasn't happened yet. You haven't even experienced it in the 3D yet, and you're afraid of it. No. No. Your negative, fearful thoughts don't create. Period. I understand your thinking as to why boom, boom, boom. Because of, you know, you're hearing other people saying that's what it is. That's what's going on in the 3D. I get it. I do. But most of the time when we give out that answer is because we fucking know that that person was marinating in shitty thoughts. You having an occasional fearful thoughts does not instantly mean it will manifest. Let me tell you something. I know there are some heavy-ass dumbasses out there who do tell you you have to flip every single thought, or every single thought you think manifests. And I am telling you comfortably, no, they don't. No, they don't. They must be dominant from your dominant state, period. Let me say it like this. Say up until me reading this question to you, you've had a bunch of fearful thoughts. You were living in a victim state, but you amazingly have shifted to the woman or man who has it all state. You are there. You are holding it. You're not falling out of it. You're perfectly in the state. Guess what? Because we manifest from our state, there is nothing in the 3D that will trigger you, upset you. And if it's a negative circumstance, it will dissolve itself like beyond seconds. It will be an instant dissolving because you will have zero trigger to it whilst in that state. You will have zero trigger. The way you look at it will be completely different, and it will dissolve away like that because we manifest from our state. And shitty things don't line up with the woman or man who has it all state. So either way, honey, you're safe. You don't have to live in fear. Okay? Okay, so Alicia McLemore, because I feel bad for you that you bought one and you made a mistake. It's just that I'm not climbing through a 2+ hour, I think it was a 3-hour night of chat to find it. Because this doesn't give me a timestamp. It just tells me the date and the order of which they were purchased. So here's what I'm going to say. As me posting, oh, I can't talk tonight. What is wrong with me, Kim? I've been stumbling over my words all day. All right. When I post this video, feel free to leave the question in the comments and I will come back and answer your super chat. Okay. So put your specifics. So this is for Alicia. I think it's McLemore. I'm giving you a special moment because I feel bad that you effed up your super chat. Otherwise, my rule is, listen, your question's got to be in the super chat. I'm not digging through 2+ hours worth of chat to find the question. No way. I ain't got time. But have I been saying your name right? Alicia McLemore? I think I have. Jesus, Kim. But I'm feeling bad for you and I'm feeling nice right now. So I'm putting this video up. It'll be up Monday, May 30th. Alicia, if you're watching this, please leave the super chat question or what you want to ask me in the comments below, and I will come back and specifically answer you. Okay? And on that note, I'm going to let you all go. I got some editing to do. Okay? I love you all. Be good. Be good. We are HBICs. We don't live in fear of anything. We don't have to fear our 3D ever. Manifesting gods or manifesting soul creators of our individual realities. We have nothing to fear. Anything can be revised if necessary. Nothing's permanent out here unless we want it to be. All right? And on that note, I love you all. I'll see you all tomorrow with another super chat video, I think. Yeah, I think so. Okay.